Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Welcome to What's on Tap podcast. I am your host, Stefan.
I'm your host, Martin.
And
we are once again back in your ear holes.
We are in your ear holes.
Ugh.
And I will say, super excited for 2022, man.
Yeah.
What do you think's going to happen this year?
Everything.
I know. All right, so what do you got for us today?
I have two Swedish beers
Okay.
that will astound and amaze us. I actually don't believe that. So, the first beer, I'm actually looking forward to. So it's Svartberget Once Upon a Time in Lichtenhain.
Oh, nice.
So Svartberget is from northern Sweden, and
Yeah.
Stefan might have mixed up the glasses.
Nope,
We'll see.
I did not.
So Lichtenhain is a very unusual beer style.
It is one of the probably one of the lowest made European styles that's super specific to Liechtenstein, which is where the name comes from, and it is a smoked sour beer.
Yeah, but it is from Germany.
Well, Germany, they may have made this in Germany, but it comes from the Liechtenstein region. That's why it has the Liechtenhain.
The style is from the Thuringia region of Germany.
Oh, that was from the Liechtenstein region.
I don't think so. Then it would be called Liechtenstein.
But it's the Lichtenhain.
Lichtenhain.
Right, so why wouldn't it be Liechtenstein?
I don't know.
You know what? I'm curious if that region is adjacent to one of the smallest countries in Europe.
It probably is. But what a Lichtenhain is a sour wheat beer with smoky influences.
Right. I've had it twice before. Once was a Brewery beer.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what the other one was. But for some reason it's been a Swedish brewed beer, and it was interesting.
Yeah. So Svartberget, when they make traditional styles, it's pretty good. They make pretty good traditional styles.
Yeah, I know. They're not one of my. They're like a tier 2 or tier 3 brewery for me, where
yes,
I don't automatically jump on their new releases, but I will roll the dice. I will see what they've got going on every once in a while. So every few months I'll see, they got something new. I kind of remember liking them, and then I'll try a couple other things.
Yeah, and I feel like they missed the mark for me with modern styles, but they somewhat hit the mark with traditional styles.
I will say this beer smells horrible.
Why would you say that?
Because it smells really bad. It smells
slightly smoky.
It smells like weird plastic.
What?
Funky kind of.
We're smelling the same beer.
Yeah, I know we're smelling the same beer because the other beer smells very different.
But it has a slightly sausagey, smoky.
No. Oh, it smells horrible. It smells like the kind of beer you're kind of like, oh, this is already 2 strikes against it. I don't know. I don't know if beer can recover from that. But
it clocks in at 4% ABV.
Well, you know what? It's supposed to be. I'm sure it's one of those light drinkable kind of styles, much like say a Goza or a Berliner Weiss.
I think this is going to be really smoky in the flavor.
I 100% agree with you. So let's just try this out. All right. The flavor is slightly smoky. It's kind of like if you took a smoked lager, like a
Erstschlinker.
Yeah, Erstschlinker beer, and mix it with a Goza.
Yeah.
Enjoyment will vary.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is not smoky enough, and it's not sour enough to kind of fill any of those two roles.
I think for me, it's just smoky enough, and it's just lightly tart enough with a little bit of like a salty edge to it that makes the initial drink very palatable. I think it drinks really nice.
Oh, you've switched on it. The aroma.
Oh, the aroma's garbage. The aroma is just hot trash. I think that the flavor, I think the initial drink is like, when you first sip, you're like, that's pretty nice. And then the aftertaste kicks in and you're like, ugh. The aftertaste is like, I don't know how to describe it. Like eating charcoal or something. It's got a weird,
I actually do agree with
ashy
you.
kind of aftertaste to it.
The aftertaste is the worst part of this beer.
It's like bacon mixed with charcoal.
But I like bacon.
I like bacon too. It is not in this form. Unfortunately, the light tartness really elevates the beer. It makes it very, very pleasurable.
Yeah.
And kind of fun. And then there's a light smokiness to it. And the aftertaste kicks in, and you're kind of like, I need to wash my tongue. It's a little fun.
So the secret is to just non-stop keep drinking this.
Exactly. What you do is you just drink the whole thing at once. You almost do like what do you call it when you cut a hole in the can and then you
shotgun it?
Yeah, you shotgun it. If you just shotgun it, you're gonna do fine.
The aftertaste is such a slow process, because the first half of the aftertaste you're still getting the sour and the smokiness. It somewhere in that process it changes,
and it gets a little like liquid smoke, artificial smokiness, which is a real turnoff for me.
Yeah.
And I think this is where it falls on its own petard.
I'm gonna give it a way kinder rating than you. I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Oh,
based
okay.
only on the flavor in the middle of the experience.
All right. So, if you were to guess what I would give this beer, what do you think I would give this beer?
2.75.
I'm gonna be a 3.25.
Wow, that does surprise me, because the words that you have used to describe it.
Well, I think the smell, again, is just absolute garbage. What saves it and makes it so delicious and makes me want to drink it again is the drinking experience. Light, fruity, a little smoky, a little salty. It's quite pleasurable. The aftertaste is thoroughly regrettable on many levels.
So if they fix the aroma and the aftertaste, this would be an absolute banger.
You know what? If they don't have to fix the smell. They could just fix the aftertaste.
Yeah.
And make it a little more palatable on the back end, and make it less taste like liquid smoke, which is one of the worst flavors in any baking, or not baking, but cooking experience, because it just tastes like artificial smoke flavor, and that's just hot trash. So that's why I think it's quite nice, but it definitely has some issues.
But this for sure was a fun beer to bring to share with you, because I expected this to raise some emotions and really get us
and
talking.
Be fair, it is a style that if I'd seen, I would have bought on my own.
Yeah.
Because it's such a rare, unusual beer style. A sour smoked beer, like why does beer even exist? Like, why is this a style that even exist? What is wrong with Germans that makes them think this is a thing that we need? It's like someone just like had too much free time on their hands and said, what if we took a Berliner Weiss and we smoked the shit out of those malts?
Oh yeah.
Then what would we get? And someone said, you know what? It's a great idea. And then it just kind of became a thing. All right, moving on.
The next beer has so much wrong going for it. So it is a Pang beer.
Pang.
Pang.
I don't know if I've talked about my dislike of Pang on the show before.
I know you don't like Pang.
I know we've talked about it in person many times, but Pang for me is one of the highest profile, lowest rated breweries in Sweden. I am not a fan on many levels.
In Sweden, I think Pang is on the lowest end of the price worthiness, because the beers are so expensive for very little bang.
I will say, great job on marketing. Their cans look amazing and they make you want to try them. But then once you try them, you're like, oh yeah, I need to quit buying these cans because they're so not good.
So what we have in our glasses is Pang Tully, a pineapple sour ale brewed with mango, pineapple, and coconut, finished in Tullamore D.E.W XO rum casks.
All right. Well, first of all, how do you make a pineapple? What was it called? A pineapple what?
Pineapple sour with
A pineapple sour. Pineapple sour, and your first descriptor
is pineapple.
Is mango.
Mango, yes.
What the hell?
Pineapple is not the main ingredient of this pineapple sour.
Right. And in this case, mango should be a sweetening element.
Yes.
That elevates a flavor enhancer.
And then it says, Pang Pang Tully is a collaboration between Tullamore D.E.W, who makes whiskey, but there's Tullamore D.E.W XO, who makes rum, and Pang Pang Brewery. The limited release beer is a beautiful blend of Irish heart, Caribbean sun, and Hökarängen soul. Who would ever combine Stockholm, Ireland, and the Caribbean?
I like how it's just Caribbean, not an island specific in the Caribbean. Just, one of the 20 or so islands that exist there. Take your pick.
It obviously contains lactose as well, and it clocks in at 7% ABV.
Well, the smell on this is straight up pineapple. I mean, it is nothing but pineapple for days.
Then there's coconut in this aroma.
I just get pineapple, man. I get like pineapple soda is what this smells like.
Yeah.
If you were to tell me
this
was
so
a
bad,
pineapple soda, I would completely believe in you. That this was that. That's what this is.
I'm scared of Tullamore D.E.W XO rum.
You know what? I don't get any rum. I don't get any Tullamore D.E.W on this. So
let's see what
happens.
Let's
just give this a taste. I don't know what that is. It's pineapple.
It's very dry, abrasive pineapple.
If you were to give
there is coconut in this.
It tastes like a watery pina colada.
It actually does. Maybe that's what they're going for.
So if you had gone to the beach and you spent a long day there and you ordered pina colada and 2 hours later you got around to trying it again and it is separated to where the pineapple part is at the top and the watery liquid part is at the bottom. This is that watery liquid part at the bottom. Where all the water and the ice is, had melted down.
You're right.
That's what this tastes like.
But it's better than I expected, actually.
Yeah. That's the surprising part.
Because I brought this can because I felt like it had everything going against it.
What I don't get is, how is this only 7%? Like, if you're going to put it in this rum cask, the original beer must have been like 3-4% ABV. Yeah. And it picked up another 3% in the.
No, a lot of casks don't give off that much ABV.
All right, fine.
Many bourbon barrels give up of maximum 1% to a big batch of imperial stout.
So let's just say this was 6% and give off a 1% flavor. Sure. I don't get any of that in this beer. I don't get.
But they also write that it's aged on wet barrels. Whatever that is, I would assume it's the opposite of charred barrels, where you actually burn the inside. That's what you do with bourbon barrels, right?
Right. So in your I think your what's it called añejo, your añejo tequila like things that are aged. I think those are burned as well. So anytime you take a clear liquid and you age it in a barrel and it becomes like a darker liquid.
You burn it before you age.
You burn it. You burn the barrel and then you age the liquor in it. That gives it that darker color that you get.
Would you then burn it again after the bourbon before the beer?
No. So I think what they're doing is they're taking new barrels and then they're aging them in like clean oak barrels. So it just contains, say, the rum and oak barrel to give it that oak flavor, but the barrel wasn't burnt to begin with. And then they put it in a. Then they put the beer in that.
Yeah. Internet is not giving me much.
That would be my guess on this.
Okay.
So you would get like a barrel aging out of the rum, but it wouldn't have that darker color and to it that you would get from, say, like you get with a whiskey or a darker looking rum or tequila.
But I am getting what you say. I'm getting a watered down pina colada.
Yeah, this one isn't my favorite.
No,
but I don't hate it.
No,
it's
that's exactly where I am.
But the one thing I love about this the most is it's 25 centiliter can.
Yes.
And I wish more breweries would do 25 centiliter cans, because so many times, like I would pick up probably a few Pang Brewing beers if they were in 25 centiliters, because I'm like, well, I can have like a can. I don't feel like I'm wasting a lot of money here. I know that when Wonder Beyond first came out, they were doing really high ABV beers, like 13+% beers, putting them in 25 centiliter cans. I love that concept. I think that the cost margin's probably minuscule. That's why you don't see it more often.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love the concept of that can size or bottle size.
Yeah. So this one cost 45 kroner.
Woof. That's kind of pricey.
That is kind of pricey, but it would have cost, because they make the 50 centiliters, and those like regular beers regularly cost 90 kroner. They are an extremely expensive brewery.
Yeah, I know.
This one, I'll be nice and give it a 3.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 3. I think if I got some of the rum barrel aging on this,
maybe
it would probably maybe even go up to 3.5. But it just tastes like weird pineapple soda with a weird artificially kind of pineapple finish to it.
Yeah.
Not one of my favorites.
No.
Thanks, Martin. No.
But
honestly, this is a lot of fun. These were a lot of fun beers to try.
It was something we could talk about.
It was. And we had a really good conversation around it.
Yeah.
So you can find us online at what'sontappodcast.com, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and wherever you can find fine quality podcasts, you can find What's on Tap Podcast. So until next time,
keep drinking, you dum-dums.